see that? Tell me you saw that.
It seems the hideaway is...
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve...
I can certainly try.
It's not who, but what. Mid-scales. The ones... I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after my first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with, which almost certainly means they had everything to do.
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog...
I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. They were in the atrium when I last saw them.
Oh, that blast! You put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well...
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing, so I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself.
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped?
Yeah, but this is my blimmin' kitchen, and I will not be outdone.
I've never been one to play favourites, Molly. So...
A fried mortress of recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not...
Yvonne said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries.
Ah, that's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you, kindly old fella who...
Fine. I'll go, and if he does, I'll see if I can find your ingredients.
You do that. Lest we've...
Gonna...
Is everything all right? You seem more...
Oh, I don't know what that means. Oh, I think Nan might...
It's all right.
Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that, but she'd never do business with baddies. I wanted to ask her about it myself. She'd never give...
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
Oh, you'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding.
Back again? Allow me to educate you. One must understand one's place in the world.
should do.
Sid!
Hard at your studies, I see. It's not a set of skate.
No.
Well, not anymore, it's not.
And just how long hasn't it been one?
We're so...
But we didn't break them.
Just like Miss Middledore showed.
Miss Middledore?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-neer.
Miss Middledore said, the best way to see how something worked is to take it apart and put it back together again.
Well then, your work is already half done. Carry on.
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we? All right. Everything here was once part. Every piece has its own role to play. And if even one of them is missing, the scales, you already know one of the pieces. This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is?
You're right. It looks more like a...
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
I'll think about it.
Hold things. So wait.
Good thinking. You're on the right track. These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchen. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. But what if I wanted to weigh goods? I don't think he'd fit on that little...
What are the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn. This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Middledore's dungeon is full of them. Most are on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round and round and round and...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple.
It's not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
You know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to sew? Let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel
Not a bad idea. You see? It's not so difficult. So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they do, what do you think?
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
and the arms go on the body, just like real arms. And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works. There. All finished.
Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
That's right. We're Miss Middledor's hairs.
Her hairs?
Yeah. Hairs for the future. She's showing us her secrets.
What do you think, Sid?
With a little more help from Miss Middledore and Miss Shirley, I'd say it won't be long at all.
You hear that? It won't be long.
Until then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it?
There's a storm coming, Sid. Will there be...
Well, did you...
It was as you thought. They dismantled them to see how...
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully she won't. Although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry. I shall see that the children are properly...
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the three of them under... She'd have them follow in her footsteps.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much time at the hideaway?
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in camp.
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. To anyone else it would be an opportunity. But to Mid, who lost both her parents... But that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope.
Which explains... She's working to give them a better life.
Ah, you've given them far more than that.
Lawsman Harpocrates, I've come to pick your brain.
Valisthea Cullen, the young man did a wonderful job with the chances.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't...
So the fabled Sandbrequois delicacy is next on the menu. Delight. Now, Skyworm is some...
Dragon livers.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their... I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback one.
So we know where to look for our liver.
Saint's bonnet, in contemporary parlance. A herb which grows I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by the... I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life.
Meaning that if I find one...
Best of luck, Clive, and do save me a bite once the dish is complete.
Seems the hideaway is lost.
Lady Karen.
Not nearly as...
You're... doing...
Clark, what exact... Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a ca...
Just... all right.
Oh. Are you?
All I know is that someone in Dalamil...
And what? You believe it? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. But that woman is no more.
You're right, Lady Karen. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
No. I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-good in.
Of course. I spoke with... that the rumors were unfounded, along with some other things, that... And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted...
Oh, I knew Nan wasn't caught up in how... But why would people say...
No, but people do things for all sorts...
That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dalamil, so that's where I'm going. I'll find some...
Are you sure that's wise?
Oh, but that's...
Do you see the pair that got pulled into time? Did the royalists bring them from Ash? Are the Beastmen part of the Waluda army now? How the hell did that happen? They spotted us. Taken over the entire mine. It's over. So much for the men of the Rock. Dhalmekia's finest. This must be the way out. Be sneaking past this one. How did it get in here? Too slow. Flames. Come on, Torgal. Kupka never did do things by halves. As if taking the Mother Crystal to his own wasn't enough. He had to build his castle in it.
Let the trial begin.
What the hell?
With me, Tom.
Seems we're expected.
So this is the power of Muthos.
The orcs do this too. What the hell is going on? Are these things here for me? Or for him? First orcs, now these nightmares. Is this your doing, Ultima?
Yeah!
You've been busy, Kupka. But where did you go? The heart. He's in the sanctuary. I can feel it. Come on, Torgal. Just what I needed. It's over. Stay down. That better be the last of them.
Benedicta, my everything. I've missed you so much. Kuka! I swear to you, my love, we will never be parted again.
What's wrong with him?
You ran away from her. Benedicta!
must burn within you. No. Don't burn without.
Come to me, Ffxvi!
But if you can do it, then so could I! Let's give this a try. Not bad. see the pair that got pulled into time? Rutherford. Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant? Why would he be at Martha's Rest?
It's like a dream. Four of us out walking like we used to. Enjoying.
Are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote was a fine scout. If Canberra was attacked, she'll already have begun gathering information.
The table isn't far. We should pick up the chase.
Ready, girl?
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it, the Echoes have a will of their own.
All right. You deserve a rest.
Farewell.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
Have care.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly. blade. Much like Clive, but...
The bandits may be no more, but look what they've left us.
It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
The gentleman of the town guard.
Could be I know something more.
Clive, I found someone who says he's a...
Have you?
Go on.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, and the more war being waged, the more... And who will they all turn to? Why, the good Reaper.
And you've seen this Reaper...
Aye, it just so happens. You'll find her right here, plying her trade most days.
Here in Delamil. Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market. But if you're not the patient type, you can probably find her at her storehouse on the... But it'd be a bolder man than me, the feeling bold, traveler. Now, if that's all,
Sorry to...
You don't think Nan's the
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places.
Eh?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks.
Good question.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the...
All right, but...
You too, Goots.
You fought very bravely.
The safety of the town is in our hands.
Run like the wind. Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
just you, is it?
It was a fairly So...
That's up to you. Die a slow death. Boys, he's on.
Leave now and we can pretend this didn't happen.
Oh, you've done it now.
Go on. Tell me what I've done.
When the Borquin finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head. He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Karen's skirts. You weren't even supposed...
What were you going to do?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in Dalamil. But then you turned up. Well, go on.
You're not worth the effort.
Fucking coward!
I need to find Goots.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty painted lout!
Stop and stop spreading them all around.
Well, that will be, for they are not lies. Every last word...
Goose.
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. That loathsome harpy's very Goots, was it? Only with your... run along now.
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. Promise me you won't hurt, or I'll...
Goots, no.
Enough, all of you!
Karen. But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain though it was just... Well, I thought the years might have taught you some sense. But I see, what was it we called you?
You.
Everything, it was all... And now you'll fight...
Goots, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me. Fuck.
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this. So, wet legs, you remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye? Wise words, Sam. And now, it's time to collect. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dead? No. It's an easy going through life, one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't note it. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him, so I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. But he crossed a line, dragging poor Goots into... He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? Legs too, but...
Well, if he does, first we take the other eye, then we work our way down. But something tells me the Wet Legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already. Ta-ra, Clive.
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
Nothing like a dish of coke.
I didn't mean... I just thought I had...
Aye, well, someone had to. Your parents reckon the both of us would be worse. You've always been me right, and I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go looking for trouble again.
Well, I will. If you...
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play...
Thanks, Nan.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way, he'll need to start looking out for himself. Until then, He'll need people to watch his back.
Of course.
Stop it. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion to Let me tell you a story.
All right.
Them rumours wet legs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies. Stabbed my every client in the back. But then one day, said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and so...
Was that the first time you...
Aye. And I felt he was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making... And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity... Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores, and the rest, as they say, a dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest, damn. But I can say, you've all shown me that
there are.
So don't you go messing it all up. Still alive, are ya? You got out else? I'll be thankful you got that much. You got out else? I'll be thankful you got that much. Is that all?
My lord Marquis, it is you. I am Sebastian Rutherford, chief...
Of course.
Yes, my lord.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord.
It's all right.
I am here at Martha's, tasked with learning what I am able, and what I have learned is grim. The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. The gears of govern the realm threaten. Your lord uncle, however, believes there is...
That sounds like...
It is. Hence my...
Alas.
I have lost They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in the...
So you want me? I'll need to know whether...
One I sent to investigate the...
That doesn't exactly narrow it down.
Thank you, my lord.
It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something.
Mummy?
The gentleman of the town guard.
Are you looking for something in particular? Fare you well.
Fly, Ambrosia! Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all...
I already told you.
And maybe we'll take that...
Please! These men are trying...
I'll deal with this.
You that one's master. If you'd kindly pay the coin...
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't...
Oh, you're more than... He hasn't had many visitors since we...
I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but these were men of the fist.
Much has changed in the Republic.
You've seen this kind of thing before?
Many times.
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look for...
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I could have... I arrived in Danimil several days ago, but when his men confiscated...
The captain is no more. And his men make the rule.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free.
What of the Fist's Central Command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their ranks.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down behind her wall. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked, answering to no one but themselves.
Then it's worse than we... You should return to Rosaria.
I'll find a caravan head. You won't mind if I borrow one of these soldiers'...
Not at all. Now, if he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start it. There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere.
Do you see anything you like? And a fine, fine day to you.
No use calling Ambrosia now. Let's go.
Yeah!
You deserve a rest. What happened here?
If you're with... They've already...
I'm not.
Then you found... I'm Alistair Rockford. Attendant...
Of the Seven High Houses. It's been... a long time. Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? I was on my way back from the old capital when
Bandits.
They looked more like... It didn't matter in the end.
Which way did they go?
South, toward...
All right. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach. Visit the Vale.
Thank you.
Ready, go? They just couldn't resist, could they?
This one's ours, pretty boy.
Make for the town while you can. There may be more bandits nearby.
You don't need to tell me twice.
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told you to make for the Vale.
And stand by, as ill might befall the heir to the Duke.
It's just Clive, which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. There are few hands left to work the fields. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits...
Rockford, if you are to continue, you first need to seek the...
I shall return to Northreach, but allow me to thank you first.
Don't thank me.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got. I shall send a Bastolus as soon as I may.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece.
There were ghosts at the gate not days ago.
You needn't... Crap. The creatures have been... To the meadows, then. That's what the cat...
Ready, go? He said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot. This must be our wyvern. Right. Let's get this over with. That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent. I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. I see you're still here.
The rest's location affords a... Speaking of which, I received word.
I only happened to be in the right place. They both seem to think the realm...
I am afraid that Storm is in crisis. And we must...
As it is, Mo.
Seems the hideaway's lost its...
So?
I did, and he was as helpful as...
And what precisely will I be...
Blueback wyvern liver.
Ah, wyvern liver. Now then, you stay, let's out these grand old chefs of... And here we have it. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well...
And rightly so. Is there any higher...
So... not.
What? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost... It is a tour de force. A force of nature, even.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might...
Decent. It's from... Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women?
I'll give it some thought. You deserve a rest. You're injured. What happened here?
He swallowed my own men. There's a village not far from here. It's...
I'll go. Rest well, son. You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there. Ready, go?
Yeah!
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go around it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Good. We got here in time.
Someone there! Please, I can't move my leg!
That doesn't sound like an Akashic. You're with the battalion?
I am.
Taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what happened to him.
Another survivor.
His wound.
He was right to send you. Those things. Tabor is safe, then. You seem...
You must have me confused.
Wait.
Son of a whore. You're Sid. I was there, in Kosnis, when you killed my brothers.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over.
And what of my ill will?
Fine. If you insist.
For Tyson!
You're in no fit state to fight.
And this should be easy for you. Come on.
For what? The sins of your master.
No. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw.
And
I am nothing like you. Just know that I would.
Let's go. Run like the wind. All right.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
Welcome, welcome. A fine choice. Got anything else for me? It's a deal. Go safely.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce.
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you?
Distinguished members of the Council.
You must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic! He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools! Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough. Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city, her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother, to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yotei.
Let's find our friends.
It's plain. She cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Is that blade for hire?
Figuratively, I hope.
Well, a passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous. Dread Evis are aggressive beasts, compelled as they are to acts of violence.
How do you want to sell?
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it tanned first that it might be crafted into Dread Evis skin is a rare thing indeed. But the work, bring me that beast's skin and I will share with you.
All right. I'll hunt your Evis.
Of course you will. When one lives in such troubled times, it is a fool who lets opportunity slip his grasp. Leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the path that branches west. Once you... I eagerly await your safe, and above all, triumphant return.
Finally.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would...
The university?
A specialist in ancient cultures. In my heyday, no obstacle. The answers I seek, would you to an old man?
Climb the stairs
and memorize some courteous... The three of them, to be precise. I'm here in the hope that, namely, the otherwise undocumented...
I can't promise I'll remember.
Remember what you can. Yeah.
How are those new boots treating you?
They're fantastic. Soft as phoenix down, but tough as... royal bow.
history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Dallas.
Not a scratch on them.
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
Recent quarry's been hard to find since the sky's turned.
It has indeed. Can't blame the beast.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read. The engravings were in good repair,
Oh, what the I... come, don't... let's start.
Guardians of the Crystal. The first stone. I'm pretty sure that...
Fascinating. It would seem that... But, whatever.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble power.
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic... This is proving...
Children of the Hunters.
Son...
I could have sworn it was some... Children of the Hunters. Now tillers, that's all three.
And so, we add 3 engravings. 1 Guardians of the Mother Crystal, Wanderer. Little wonder it was so difficult to trace the... Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this...
Too many stairs, perhaps.
How are those new boots treating you?
Careful how you pack that leather. Any creases or scratches will bring down the price.
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token. For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you, if there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then.
We'll talk about this later. Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
The free cities under siege.
This is no time to ride.
Are you sure this is the right way, brother?
Fly, Ambrosia!
Caution, brother.
You're on my side, fool. Shouldn't have messed with the leader of the pack, eh, boy?
Faster!
Enough of you, are there? Be safe. Maybe. But it looks like there's still plenty of fight in him yet.
Finished.
This thing reeks. The sooner it's off my hands, the better. Here's your hide.
I worried you might never Oh, a sup. Clearly, my trust in you was not misplaced. Join me as my honored partner.
I don't plan on making a habit of this.
Very well. Though I believe do not allow me to keep you from being about you.
The free cities under sea?
Then let us be rid of them.
surrounded.
Clive. Smoke.
Is the city fallen?
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
If we're going to do this, well...
Clive, it just so happens that right at this very
And what talents would those...
Why, your fearlessness.
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these dark skies... Randalar has been particularly badly affected. None remain free for long, of course. But the army, too, is in disarray, and finds itself unable...
And you've been looking to buy, to make sure these masterless...
Precisely. It's the perfect...
So where does my skill with a blade?
Though we may have the funds to buy these, so we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled. And we believe we have found one. The place was abandoned a long time ago.
And so, we seek the aid...
How could I refuse?
Excellent. Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements for the trip.
Of course.
Sounds like you'll have your work.
I will. We have an entire village. Even if I begin right now, I'll be... So I'd better try to clear the place out before the...
I'll do my best.
You will find a village in Chedra's Thread, past Lateney's Cleft.
All right.
I'm sure you...
Come on.
Must have been a nice place.
It will be again.
Enough!
I think that's the last of them.
I think you're right.
What are you looking for?
May Gilbert smile upon you.
Something the matter? Quiet.
Those are our terms.
I shall.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes, but enough about him.
It's done.
You made quick work of it.
I should go and let...
Don't let me... but Clive. She'll only get up. I'll explain everything once you...
All right. Eloise.
Thank you, Clive. Here. Well then. Now that you... I suppose the first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer for...
You're still in negotiation.
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf. But things have been... I suppose it's to be expected. But we shall emerge...
Well...
I'm not sure I do.
Ah, Clive.
You wanted to...
The man I was watching earlier. He represents the Silver Peak Consortium.
I don't think I've...
Well, every trader in Dhalmekia has, and they're still expanding. And judging by her reaction earlier,
And you'd rather she did?
I would rather she did what make... And I would never deny her such... Eloise saved me from slavery. But this was not the life my sister wanted, nor... I won't let her give up on it. She freed me from... And she must be freed.
You're a good man,
I have always been grateful for what... And I want to repay the favor. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises...
She loves...
And I love her. Which is why I want this... Though I'm sure I'll still need some help from time to...
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then. These bearers aren't going... That's a job for...
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need.
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine. You're always welcome here in Lostwing.
You know what you... Clive, as you know, our time grows short. Before we part, I want you to know that, though I may not always have been your most...
Thank you. But his revenge...
It is the... And it is all that I have lived...
But what of Lostwing?
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. Once my comrades and I are sure of our cause. But there are those, and I would place Lostwing in there. But a village home only to the frail and the infirm... And so, Clive, I find... Will you take them to your hideaway, that they might live?
I will.
Thank you. I will not have it said that I did not see to the well, but people I speak of have withdrawn to go...
Understood.
Then the last of my preparations, and may Griga guide us.
Come then, brother. We are awaited in Gotan's Bales.
back to the stables, girl. Everyone, Quentin has asked that you come with me. He can no longer guarantee your protection, but I can. There's a safe place I can take you to.
Well, if that's what the Master thinks best. Sid, none of us would be standing here today if it weren't... We owe him our lives. If he's saying we ain't safe in Lostwing no more, and if that's what has to happen, then so be it. That we get to...
I hope so.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else?
They've gone with Master Quentin.
Fuck! Fuck!
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's manor. We have... It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a gun. They don't stand a chance against that thing. They're all gonna fucking die!
No. Sid! Don't worry about that. We can't let Quentin die.
All right. Where is this manor?
It's way over to the east, through the wood.
Promise us, Sid. Promise us. Fly, Ambrosia.
Clive, look.
No. Don't tell me we're too late. Quentin, are you all right?
No. But I am alive. Which is more than I can say for my comrades. They followed me without question all the way.
This must be the guard dog. Quentin, I'll hold it off.
But
your comrades didn't die for nothing. Don't let their sacrifice...
I won't.
Come on, then.
That is no mere guard dog.
No. Just a rabid beast that needs to be wiped out. Is it over?
It is. He wept and begged for mercy, just as I dreamed of all my plans. Building a haven in Lostwing, it was all for what is. My faithful comrades. All those lives lost.
Quentin.
Master...
You.
And so are you. I'm so sorry. It's Lostwing.
What? Lostwing. My Lostwing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Don't be a fool! Damn it. Quentin's not going to last long in there.
Then we'll finish this quickly.
Stay down! This might take a while. Out of here! You're finished! I need to get back. Quentin. Quentin. Quentin! Thank the Founder. He hasn't turned. Welcome back to the land of the living.
Is lost.
The flood has filled the valley.
I see. Then all is at an end. A strange...
No, Master Quentin.
Why? All that I strove for is... I have nothing.
What the heck are you on about? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you only freed us so you could get revenge. We're more...
But I prayed, and can't we just go back to how it was?
Your work ain't over. We believed that you were the right...
Your village may be lost, so long as you remain to guide.
But why? Why would anyone...
Because we're family.
Family?
Yeah, and all our comrades who went with you. Lostwing weren't just a...
It was. And as long as we're...
We can start again. Build a new lot.
A fresh start. One life end by just a village. What's to stop us?
That's the Master Quinton.
Please. Quinton, Wilson, after all. Permit me to withdraw, I will no longer be needing your help in looking...
I'll pretend you never...
But you must be rewarded for your efforts on our behalf.
A bottle or two of your finest red will suffice.
Of course. Nothing, and I have a feeling that this year's, if you don't mind waiting...
I look forward to it.
Clive.
Oh?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took... Well, now the rest have come to join him. See, now, I don't mind having a few more but we ain't got nowhere for him to bed down. Poor buggers are having a... I'd build him a new barracks here if I... But where would I put him? They're just... Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle.
I see.
And it isn't just that lot. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, but there's only so many we can shelter with. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new, and that's what I was hoping you might help me with.
It's no burden.
Thank you.
So, where were you thinking of making this new...
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool? It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
It was a tragedy, and if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to be left in ruins.
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got a good few years left in it yet. There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den, and they don't seem like they'll be moving on in a hurry. Nasty bastards they are too. I've lost some good men to their raids. Would have sent someone to clear them out sooner if my boys didn't already have their hands full fending off the Akashic. But now we've got a few more Guardians of the Flame to call on. I reckon it's time we made our move. What do you say? Fancy leading a raiding party?
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved. I won't have bandits sully those memories. I'll gladly drive them out of there.
And I know the men will gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be able to win the place back. And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too. Why don't you go and talk to him?
Of course.
Back to Eastpool, then.
Not just yet. Let's hear Wade's plan first.
Inn's full. Don't bother.
So, Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rosfield. And you.
I spoke with She tells me you have plans to
That's right. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes. And then there are the bearers. Men and women who... We need somewhere to settle them.
As can I, which is why I agreed to help.
That's very kind of you. With you beside us, we shall soon send...
So?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. And rather less, thankfully. The road... A small force would suffice to clear the village. But if the Akashic were to follow them in, that force...
I'll head into East Poland. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and make sure I'm not taken.
I can't ask you to bear all...
The Akashic are the big...
Well, I shall summon my...
Shall I wait for you?
No need, my lord.
All right.
We shall see you there.
you!
That's the end of that, then. Well, maybe not. What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes to... more surprises?
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching? I thought you were keeping an eye out for a Kashik.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that...
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Though I expect you and the Guardians will be up to the challenge should another appear.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away. Before any other unsavory characters...
Of course. I'll send... Leave it with me, my...
Home. No.
That's all of them. And not a Now to begin the important work. It won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is. It'll take a bit of elbow grease, but we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts.
Of course.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrives. If you need anything more, you have only...
And we will, my...
Eastpool live... Again.
Let's go and tell Martha the good news.
There you are. All went well then. Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while his lot kept an eye out. Nicely done. And what's all this about? Some shape-shifting nightmare showing up? On second thoughts, don't tell me. It'll only give me nightmares of me own. What matters is you did it. And now we can build our new village.
I suppose it will be.
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place, but that don't undo the good that happened there. No need to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Did Wade say that?
Well, something along those lines. Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool, but their work ain't done yet. So the way I see it, neither is mine. If it's food or lumber or strong backs they need, the rest is ready to provide it.
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you. You didn't have to help us.
I wanted to. Sounds like thunder.
We're starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Good to see you. Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come. Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Midadol, but everyone calls me Mid.
My lady.
Hey?
My boy.
Uncle Byron.
It's really you. I never thought I'd see the day.
So these Akashic are being controlled?
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in this city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people?
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the Horde arrived. Some in the Merchants' District to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into two parties. I will make for the Merchants' District, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the Mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
See that Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
Shall we then?
And you keep Clive safe.
Be careful. Both of you.
You too.
All right, Torgal. Let's find those survivors. They don't stand a chance against those things. Nice try. This is the Agora, where the city's leaders gather. There may still be survivors inside. Where are they? These creatures. Something must reach extend this far. What the hell is going on here?
Where is your master? What does he want?
You've caused quite the commotion. But then I would expect no less from you, Muthos.
You again. I don't believe we've been introduced. You were in my family's crypt. And now you're here. With an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rosfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
What?
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
You'll pay for what you've done.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled. I am Sleipnir of House Harvard, and you will yield. Or not. As long as you don't hold back.
trick.
You will forgive me if my performance seems uninspired. It is just that I expected so much more from our chosen one. Perhaps this will kindle your flame?
What now?
A gift from my liege lord's armory. Gungnir. Watch closely, Mythos. Yes! Yes!
Let's try.
One is seldom enough.
Would you not agree? Actually, I wouldn't. Let's try.
Enjoying yourself? The vessel is strong. My liege.
Clive!
You're all right.
As are you, I see.
We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
It was over before we arrived.
Well, you did what you could. I fear we were all too late. What's wrong?
Nothing. I hope.
Leaving so soon, Mythos?
It's the king.
Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Walud.
Get back.
Wild and impetuous. I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Stop calling me Mythos.
But Mythos is everything. The cornerstone of all creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing. No, Your Majesty. My purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
Try it.
You are as weak beyond reckoning, and they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
Will he be alright?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. All right?
And how is he? Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. Pouring your gale into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You got mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake. My boy. Oh.
All I want to do is help. And the world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like him.
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the Royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. The Iron Hair wouldn't sail without him. Clive. Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king, I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the Mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But do you have an idea?
Well, of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose he might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself.
Right.